Okay, hello everyone, wherever you're watching from. Good afternoon. Um, so quickly, I'll be sharing interview tips, secrets for those of you who are looking for job or for job opportunities. You see, having been a consultant, and a recruiter and an interviewer over the years, I think it is important that I pinpoint some things out for a lot of you who are listening to me right now so that you can be able to get some tips. Yes. So the first thing I would like to say here is that when it comes to the country we are, Nigeria, looking for a job is a full-time job. Are we together? Looking for a job is a full-time job. Don't feel because you graduated from the university, you've done your 1 year compulsory service, you will not be sleeping down at home day and night, and you expect that one day a miracle will happen and you will have a job. It doesn't work that way. The most important thing is you must try as much as possible of recruitment and selection. People get job more from recommendation than from commendation. Those people who were not commended for graduating well will still gain employment above you or much more than those who graduated well from the university, because it is relationship that give people most of their job, and that is where recommendation comes above commendation. Do you understand? People can commend you for so many things, but the recommendation is essential because it's part of recruitment process and it's part of the styles that is used in recruitment. You understand? Apart from the internal sources of recruitment, external sources, and all other sources, like consultants, agency, and the likes. So recommendation is also part of it. Now, while interviewing someone sometimes ago, I asked a simple, very intellectual. They understood and they know what they are looking for. Because at some point, we as interviewers, we have a standard template already of the kind of criteria, do you understand, called job specification that we want to see on potential applicants. Do you understand? Or prospective applicants who comes for the job. Are we together now? So those criteria are what we look at for, and the question we ask most of the time is based on the specification or the characteristics and based on the kind of job that is available and also that we want to fill the vacant position in. Are we together now? So, what am I saying in essence? What I'm saying in essence is that the first thing for you to know before you come for any interview is to understand yourself. Fine, you have taken 4 years of your life to study either plants or animals or to study about systems. But the next phase you should learn how to do, the next thing you should learn how to study on is yourself. Learn how to study yourself. Because when you know yourself better, that is when you can come out and can be able to answer some questions. There are some questions that people ask you or interviewer ask you, not just to keep you off balance, but to help you to be able to understand who you are first. Because the work environment does not work like the school environment. It's totally different. So the interview we interview based on the challenges you will encounter in the workplace rather than theoretical interview, because solution is more important than the theoretical things we acquire from school. So sometimes I ask somebody and I said, what is the meaning of the STAR method of an interview? That's situation, task, action, and result. But the person would not be able to say that. Now, any interview you go, the first question they will ask you is introduce yourself. Is that not so? Or can we know you? Now, most people introduce themselves of who they are not what they are or what they are anticipating to be. For instance, somebody who just graduated from the university, if you come to an interview and they ask you introduce yourself, that question arises from two perceptions. If you have not worked before, you don't have work experience because your CV is right before the interviewer. If you don't have work experience before and they tell you introduce yourself, you should introduce yourself and say, okay, my name is Roland Williams. I studied maybe microbiology from the University of Ilorin, for instance, right? Now, you have stated categorically your name, what you study, and then the place you study from. But if you have practiced, maybe you have worked for like 3 or 4 years, how you introduce yourself should be different. You should introduce yourself that my name is William Rolands. I'm a microbiologist, because you have practiced microbiology before. So you will not introduce yourself like somebody who is just coming into the system. It is allowed for somebody who is coming into the system to say, I studied this and that. So the interviewer will know that, okay, this person does not have the experience. So don't force yourself to. They already know your CVs before them. Do you understand? They might want to acquire you as a trainee, and then helps you grow, and then need somebody. For instance, you are a mechanical engineer, you study mechanical engineering from the school, and you have not practiced mechanical engineering. When you want to interview yourself, Bello, right, or from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, do you understand? But it will be wrong for you to say, my name is Adetunji Latubojun, I'm a mechanic engineer, because you have not practiced before. But if you have practiced before, what you say will be different. Are we together now? So thank you for today. I think we'll stop here so that you can be able to understand better. We'll be taking it series by series, step by step, so that you can be able to understand what we are saying. All right, so watch out on this space for more as we ride on.